All right, I will say good morning. Let us begin. So we are continuing in Meretz Hashem this morning in Os Mem Tes in Tzidkas HaTzaddik. I turned it on. Tzidkas HaTzaddik, right? Did I hit something? Yeah. Okay, thank you. So we are continuing this morning in Meretz Hashem in Os Mem Tes in Tzidkas HaTzaddik. So if you remember again, on Erev Shabbos, we reviewed that which we had learned in the previous year. And I think we're going to find that this particular teaching by HaTzaddik is going to be of incredible and exceptional profundity. The Rebbe teaching us, introducing us to this idea that the more a person feels a potential proclivity or draw to sin, indicates a deep and profound level of holiness. Right? The Rebbe's lashon was Yeda shukli muchan lihios daika ba'osa davar naki ubar levav. Now, literally translated, that thing, right? That thing which you struggle with the most. That thing which you have the greatest amount of difficulty with in the realm of chait is often the thing in which a person has the ability to shine, which a person has the ability to go ahead and be, he says, Shelibo yihya muvurar bo l'shem shamayim. That a person has the ability to kind of clarify and purify that drive, that desire for the sake of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So now, Bose, let's explain this concept. So therefore, we're picking up on page Kuf Tez Zayin, left-hand column, in the Be'uriah Chasidus. Therefore, the Rebbe said, V'lachin Amru Chazal. Therefore, Chazal said, B'vayikra Rabba, Sheba'ose Ever Shebo Chatabo, Ya'ase Mitzos Kedei L'Takinoso. So first of all, say number one. Chazal said, the part of your body with which you sin, a person must go out of their way to do mitzvahs with that part of their body in order to rectify it, which is a very profound yesod. If you look in the footnote over here, footnote Samech Gimel, so he writes over here, Emasisa chavilos shalaveros, asay knegden chavilos shamitzos. If you have performed, we'll say chavilos literally means like bundles. If you have performed, bundles, right, piles of Averus, so perform corresponding to them piles of mitzvahs. Einayim Ramos, let's say Einayim Ramos literally means I've gazed haughtily, right? Let's say I've gone ahead and I've looked at things arrogantly, or again, perhaps a little bit more, Lamaisa, I've looked at things that are inappropriate. Einayim Ramos, I haven't been careful with guarding my eyes with Shmiras Hainayim, so what should I do? V'hayula totafos beinei necha. Be makbid with the mitzvah of tefillin. Now, it's interesting, by the way, because the truth is, before this example, I wouldn't have thought that. In other words, I understand the logic of whichever part of your body I go ahead and I tarnish through the performance of averos, I should try to do mitzvos with that very part of the body. If you notice over here, though, the Medrash is taking a little bit of liberty with it, because what he's saying over here is obviously tefillin, lav dafka, have to do with my eyes. The only connection between tefillin and my eyes is the placement of tefillin, which the Torah Kedosha says is between my eyes. But again, same idea. So therefore, I've looked at inappropriate things. I haven't been careful with Shmiras Hainayim. Be more makbid with tefillin. What's the connection? Misuse of my eyes. Vayula totafos beinei necha. The tefillin will be a sign in between my eyes. Loshon sheker. Let's say I've lied. I have not been careful with my tongue. Right? I haven't been careful with the way that I speak. V'limaratem osam es b'neichem. Ultimately, again, I should go ahead and teach my children Torah. Now, again, remember, what he's saying over here, this is a little bit more direct. If I've abused speech, and again, I've used it to slander, I've used it to hurt, I've used it to deconstruct people, so then use your lashon to teach your children. Use your lashon to build up. Use your lashon to construct. Yadayim shovchos dam naki. If literally, again, my hands have spilled innocent blood. Now, I both say, now again, what does this mean? What does this mean? So again, Yadayim shovchos dam naki could mean chas v'shalom, a person murdered, but it could also mean any avera that a person does with their hands. that a person does with their hands. And anything I do, well, say, in fact, so what is it? So Rabbi Nachman says, by the way, Shiadayim Shovchos Dam Naki is also a reference to Otsas Zar Levatala, to wasting of seed. So what happens? A person spills blood. A person, whether a person actively spills blood, a person wastes life in the form of wasting seed, or a person goes ahead and does anything negative with their hands. So what do? Ukshartam li'os al yadecha. Put on tefillin with extra kabbana. I was supposed to say, so again, and I want to point out, the examples of the medrash are not meant to be, this is the only thing you do, right? But what the medrash is trying to do is create a paradigm. If I have negatively impacted a part of my body through negative actions, redeem that part of your body with something positive. I'll say it's such a profound yisod, because sometimes in life we do things wrong, right? Halavai, it's just sometimes, right? Sometimes in life I do things wrong, and I feel so damaged. And the truth is, the worst feeling in life is when you feel damaged. What the Medrash is saying is, don't spend your life feeling damaged. Remedy, rectify, elevate. So I've negatively impacted a part of my body. Okay, now do something positive. I haven't been careful with what I look at. Redeem your eyes. I haven't been careful with the way that I speak. Use your speech in a constructive way. I have not been careful with what I do with my hands. So go ahead and put on tefillin with extra kavanah. Do something to redeem the parts of your body that I've negatively impacted through the commission of sin. He goes on. Ultimately, again, let's say again, I have just inappropriate thoughts. So learn more Torah. So again, if my thought is negatively impacted, positively impact my thought through infusing my mind with positive concepts. If again I have a problem with constantly running towards the wrong things, Haviratz achar mila shehu bein habirkayim. So this is actually interesting. He says, go ahead and run to attend a bris milah. Right? So again, I will say it's the same. He goes again because the milah takes place between the thighs. One moves by moving their thighs. Okay, so the idea being, if you run to the wrong things, redeem that by running to the right things. Yafiach kizovim eid sheker v'atem eidinu Hashem u'mishalech madana ben achem beker shalom v'ratzeu. And again, he goes on and gives examples after examples. If I go ahead and am the kind of person who loves to gossip, sow the seeds of discontent amongst my brethren, be the kind of person who seeks out and tries to make shalom. So both say, so this is on one level, this idea that because remember, what is the Rebbe talking about over here? The Rebbe is talking about over here that I struggle with something, right? As we spoke about when we started this Seif, a little while ago, is that while we may struggle with many things, most of us, I would venture to say, have one thing with which we perpetually struggle. And what the Rebbe is saying is, how do I look at that one area with which I perpetually struggle? So the Rebbe posits that one area of weakness, in fact, is going to turn out to be my greatest strength. So how do I approach that area of weakness? Step one, says the Rebbe, whatever you've negatively impacted, whatever part of your body I have negatively impacted through negative behavior, redeem it with something positive. We'll stop over here for today. Emir Tashem, tomorrow we'll pick up with step 2 in this journey in Shabbos, which is going to be even more dramatic. But again, here the Rebbe gives us, quoting the Medrash in Vayikra Rabbah, a real incredible tool for helping to fix ourselves in the aftermath of Chet. So we'll stop here. We'll pick up Emir Tashem with the rest of this Os tomorrow. Shkoyach.